your new moon in Taurus reading. This new moon will be happening on May 7th or 8th, depending on where you are in the world. And it is happening at 18 degrees in the sign of Taurus, which triggers that Jupiter and Uranus conjunction that happened back in April. It's like 2 degrees away, right? So this story, this 14-year story of that Jupiter Uranus conjunction, is definitely unfolding for you all. Um, I will say because it is a new moon, the results of the new moon you'll start to see in a quicker time than that whole, Jupiter Uranus conjunction story. There's so many parts to it that will be initiated over the next 14 years. Every time you have a transit that triggers around that 20-degree mark for you all, okay? So you all are most affected because it's angular houses for you, whether it's your career, your work, your partnerships, or yourself, your body, your identity, your mindset, okay? So we're going to go through it for each sign, a little bit of astrology, and then a little bit of tarot. And listen for your rising sign first. That's the overall accuracy. Listen next to your moon sign. That is in relation to your home, your private life. Anything has to do with the mother, the body, your emotions. And then your sun will be your career purpose, and your father figures, relationship with authority in your life, and more so your external environment, right? How the public views you and so forth. Okay, so let's start with Taurus, since this is happening in your first house. There's a glow up that is happening for you all within the next 6 months, Taurus. You're blessed and highly favored, especially if you have any placements around the 18-degree mark. I do like the Sabian symbol for this new moon because it speaks to a lot of hope. Like there's hope in something. If you are a creative, Taurus tends to be into food and fashion. This is where you could maybe break in some kind of new trend. Okay, this is where maybe something that you were working on in the past that is you see start to take root over the next 6 months, right? There will be a new approach needed though, because the way of how things are done are changing. So there will be a new. Let me give an example. Like for example, TikTok. So it could be something that you've been working on for longest, but it's not getting out to the audience the way that you need. I don't have TikTok, but I'm just saying, but I'm not a Taurus. I'm just saying, if you are some type of creative, this is how you could find new ways of planting the seeds, or allowing your seeds to take root somehow, okay? This is also where you could create new opportunities that hold really great potential. So think about like the Ace of Wands. And we do have the asteroid, the Hephaestus, I hope I'm saying that right. That is, I saw 333 just on the timer. That is conjunct this, and that represents skills and craftsmanship. The thing that you use to turn your pain into power somehow, okay, that others admire you for. um and it also does have to do with, where you get justice for where you were wronged in the past, but unless that comes up in your spread, I'm not going to focus too much on that. So let's focus on the seeds that you could plant right now for this new moon in Taurus. For my Taurus sign placements, yeah, I just saw that justice card. So maybe an idea of yours that was stolen. There goes the justice card. Okay. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. What is this new moon in Taurus planting seeds for them within the next 6 months? You should start to see this at least within 2 weeks from the point of the new moon though, and then the completion by the time we reach a full moon 6 months from now, in November or end of October. All right, 3 cards we have there for you. Let's see the hidden energy. Wow, love to see this because the Tree of Wands represents something that you've been patiently waiting on. It's something that you've been working at. And then you notice how in this card, she lets go of this bird, right? She puts that out. And then here one comes with something in his hand. So like there's something coming for you. I love to see the King of Wands after that and the Three of Wands. So you could be collaborating with someone, Taurus, okay? Or you could be put in a leadership position where you become a mentor for others. So maybe that's your new approach. You teach someone or you teach others something that you know. Maybe that could be a business. Maybe you become some type of management position at work. That's also possible for you all. We do have Saturn sextile in this, and that's in your 11th house, which has to do with that reach. I don't know how I forgot to mention that. It has to do with that reach, right? The 11th house has to do with the social media and the online world, and gains from your career, long-term gains, stable gains, your goals, your aspirations. That's also in the 11th house, okay? So we have the Two of Cups. We have the Three of Cups. And the King of... Oh, y'all gonna be celebrating something. Y'all are gonna be celebrating something. This could be a business partnership or somehow, right? A Two of Cups is not only love specific, okay? I have to give all the messages the way that they're meant to be, okay? I know people see this and automatically think love. We do have the King of Pentacles here, which does represent that worldly, financial, material aspect of things. But this could be like the right partnership that you get to celebrate, the right promotion that you get to celebrate. And this could also be, for some of you all, an engagement to someone, okay? Coming together with someone who has resources with the King of Pentacles here that assists you financially. Now, for some of you all with this in the first house, you could be taking a new approach to your health, because the King of Pentacles could also mean the body, right? The Pentacles represents our physical body, and having to take some kind of new approach there, okay? You may stumble across others who are on the same journey as you, health journey as you, and like you all become sort of like accountability partners, if that makes sense. I'm getting that for just some of you, not all of you, okay? All right, so let's move on. 7:54. Let's move on to Scorpios. So this is happening in your 7th house, Scorpio. Mainly has to do with the people around you, okay? It influences their life, and by extension, you somehow benefit from it. It also could bring someone new into your life. Now, because this is in the 7th house, I do feel with Hephaestus, the asteroid that is present, that represents unrequited love or mismatched unions. I feel because there's a conjunction here, there is a turn that if you were experiencing those in the past, especially since we had that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that happened prior, if you're experiencing those in the past, this is like where the wound gets healed in, okay? Because this asteroid also has to do with where you get justice for where you were wrong. Don't be surprised if people from your past come back and say they're sorry, okay? I would also say, I would also say, this also has to do with like rejection and abandonment wounds that you acquired, especially from your parents, and then like you keep repeating it as you grew older into an adult. This is where you heal that, okay? You're going to partner up with someone that allows you to have that step forward or that breakthrough forward, because that person will be in a space where you want to be. And I say that because we have Saturn in your 5th house that is sextile in this, and the 5th house does represent our romantic connection, but it also represents our inner child. And I think you're getting a bit more serious with yourself. You could be reparenting yourself, or you could be attracting a partner who's so much more mature, that opens your eyes in a new light, okay? And in order for you to have that alignment and move forward with them, you have to catch up to where they are. Now, the Sabian symbol for this does give a lot of hope. It says that it's about the end of the ego controlling things in order for an awakening, right? It's also where foundation was set in the past, but there is a new approach that is needed now. Okay, so I do see you taking a new approach. It also has a beginning where something holds great potential. So think about at Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, okay, and because your seventh house also represents your clients, this could be where you allow yourself to channel the pain that you've experienced when it comes to partnerships and connections and put it out into the marketplace, your clients, and it helps them. It helps them take control, or you've seen for yourself where you've allowed yourself to try some type of healing modality or shadow work, and it worked for you, and then you put that out into the market, and then it helps someone else to heal too, okay? So let's get your 3 cards for what this new moon is bringing for you within the next 6 months. For Taurus, sorry, for Scorpio. I'm looking at the title on my book here for Scorpio. I'm not going to take that, but this does show me that there's some kind of blockage that is being cleared here. Have a divine masculine energy, regardless of what gender you are, okay? Yeah, it's partnerships, 4 of Wands. So what is this new moon bringing within the next 2 weeks to 6 months? It takes 6 months to fully play out, but you'll start to see changes from within the next 2 weeks. 3 cards, please. And like I said, this does trigger that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction point that happened. And as long as we have transits around that 20-degree mark, it's going to continue to trigger that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction for the next 14 years. So good things happen in your 7th house. Good things happen to the people that you partner with in your 7th house. We have the Queen of Wands here, the Magician. Hey, and there goes the Knight of Cups. Some of you, are you manifesting, or have you been manifesting a certain type of love story? Because if you are, you're attracting it to you. Okay, this is giving me like magnetic energy with the Magician and the Queen of Wands. And if this isn't like romantic love, this is just the admiration with the Knight of Cups that others have for you, okay? Page of Cups. Well, the first card out, that unrequited love that I talked about in the past, that's what the Page of Cups represents. The Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, the King of Pentacles. Why do I keep saying I'm messing up these things? The King of Pentacles. Well, this is that Saturn energy. This is like big Capricorn energy. Okay, that's Saturn in Pisces energy. It's telling you about, didn't I say here? I said King of Cups when it was the Knight of Cups, right? Look at this. These are all like representative of people. So people, you're attracting all people. You're attracting people to you. Okay. I do feel this represents you. Some of you could be in same-sex situations, but that's not necessarily the case. I feel like for some of you all, it's just your father wound, your inner masculine that is being healed here through this person. Because I feel this is you before you meet this person, and then this is you afterwards, more in control of your emotions. Not allowing yourself to stay in places where you have to beg for attention. Beg for love. Okay, look at this. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful partnership to me. Let me just clarify the King of Pentacles. Give me one more on the King of Pentacles, please. Some of you all, You're going to be healing your inner child. Page of Cups does also represent our inner child. You're going to be healing your inner child, and that helps to improve your finances, because the Queen of Wands is also someone who's very in control of their emotions. They transform pain into power. Even the Magician, you know, that alchemy type energy, right? And as long as your emotions are grounded and stable, so will be your finances. All right. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, which represents the insecurity, the lack. And like I said, with the finances, literally some of your finances could have been affected by this. But for me, this card, Five of Pentacles, mainly has to do with our inner insecurities or scarcity mindset. And that does have to do with our attachment styles. Oh my goodness, look at this. So this came from family. These wounds, these insecurities, they came from family. But this is changing for you. This is, you're going from a place where you felt lack to where you are really emotionally fulfilled. Okay. I love to see that. I really do. Yeah. That Saturn in Pisces energy, Hangman here is a Pisces card. It's creating a new perspective for you for sure. Someone is coming into your life, even if this person isn't in a romantic sense. Something that they teach you or impart upon you is going to allow you to heal. Okay, so let's move on then to Leo. No, I'm gonna move on to Aquarius. No, I'm gonna do Leo. 1636. Okay, Leos. This is happening in your 10th house, this new moon in Taurus. If you haven't watched the beginning, I suggest you do, because there are certain things that's going to link from the beginning to this. This is where you're visible. This is where you're being seen. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that happened in April plays out within 14 years. And every time we have planets around that 20 degree, like 2 degrees or 3 degrees on either side, it's going to trigger that for the next 14 years. So expect to be in the spotlight a lot. Not that you all shy away from the spotlight either way, Leos, but I do feel for you all that because your 8th house in this specific new moon is involved with a sextile from Saturn in your 8th house, you're being forced to do shadow work around the things that may sabotage you. Being in the spotlight may sabotage you because of your mindset towards people in authority, or anything that hinders you from being the leader that you need to be, or anything that may have messed up your reputation, because the 8th house could do with addictions as well, right? So if that in the past may have messed up your reputation, this is a new start, a fresh start. The Sabian symbol gives this a lot of hope. Okay. It's about striving for a new life. It's about the beginning of some type of opportunity that holds great potential. It's the end of control from the ego that allows you for some type of awakening. So we also have Hephaestus in this, which represents somebody who's really skilled and crafty. They're a creator. So in the 10th house, you're probably going to be visible for those things that you do. But any rejection or abandonment that you experienced in your childhood, which represents the 8th house, now you have to get serious and disciplined about healing that, so that you could allow yourself to really step into this step light. All right, so you're a Taurus then. What is this new moon bringing within the next 2 weeks, 6 months? It completes within the next 6 months. That's how long a new moon takes to play out. So that's around the end of October and into November. For Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. What are you on the fence about? Or are you going to be on the fence about with this Two of Wands? Some kind of opportunity here. Yeah. The Page of Wands normally represents good news, okay? It could be at one point with the Nine of Cups, it was everything that you wanted, but perhaps through seeking advice, because I'm looking at these birds and then this other bird here, through seeking advice, or maybe what you hear about, you're not really sure if this is the best thing for you. After that, we have three major arcanas: judgment, which has to do with listening to your higher self, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. So these are all about moving forward towards success, but something has changed for you. So let's see. Yeah, Seven of Cups. You're a bit confused now, or you're going to be a little bit confused about what comes next with a Fortune, because things are changing in your life. I hear a plane, so that's confirmation that things will be taken off for you all within the next 2 weeks to 6 months. You know, Taurus, this is the fixed signs, right? And Taurus represents that new season. Something is changing for you in your 10th house. But even in this, you know, he has a blindfold. He's at the top, but he's blindfolded, so he's confused. And so he's like, you're going to go to the top, but you're a bit confused. But clarity is coming with the Ace of Swords. So let me just clarify these, because this is a bit confusing for me too. What is the confusion with the Seven of Cups? What is the change with the Wheel of Fortune? One card. And what is the clarity with the Ace of Swords? Ace of Swords could also be speaking your truth. So maybe you received the opportunity to speak your truth. It seems it has to do with the work front, because here we have the Eight of Pentacles to the bottom here. And then there goes that wish fulfillment energy again with the star. It's kind of like the Nine of Cups that we saw earlier. The World card, again, about things changing. And the Magician, what you once wanted. This is like being blessed with what it is that you once wanted, but like, no, you're not sure. So what is it? We have the Two of Pentacles. Perhaps more responsibility, more visibility. Oh, okay, let me see. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Because this is my work-life balance card. And it's like, okay, you get everything that it is that you wanted on the work front. But then it's like, what do you really want? This. Love. You get what you wanted, but it doesn't fulfill that wound, that 8th house. It doesn't fulfill that. Yeah, and the Empress. So it's either the love from a mother, or you want to become a mother or a wife, or you want a wife and have children. That's what is becoming clear to you. What's happening in your private life as your public life expands. Okay, Leos, interesting. 2309. Let's start on Aquarius. Now this is happening in your 4th house with a sextile to your 2nd house. So money is definitely affecting your home life. Some of you, yeah, look what I cut to the 4 of Pentacles here. Okay, but then there's also the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. So not sure here. I mean, and the Queen of Pentacles. Not sure here. Let's go over the astrology first before I continue to push this. But what I was going to say here, that there could be some kind of realization that money doesn't stop certain things from happening. Okay, like how much does money really protect you from like betrayal and emotional hurts and not being supported? And the reason why I was going to say that is because the asteroid Hephaestus is conjunct this moon, and Hephaestus has to do with our rejection or abandonment that we experience, especially by parents, right? But it could be by friends, it could be throughout your life in different ways that you experience that rejection or abandonment. But it also has to do with your skills and your craftsmanship. So yes, you're great at making money, right? But when it comes, you're very disciplined too, because that sextile is Saturn, right? And you will continue to be. But when it comes to things in your 4th house, I feel like there's roots that needs to be planted there. There's this need to have this foundation. There's this need to ensure that you have a home base that actually supports you. Okay, normally in other decks, this is two people and they're not supporting each other. They're out in the cold and they're not helping each other to warm each other up. But in this deck specifically, this person is protecting this person from this perceived threat or whatever else it is, right? So I feel for you all, especially with the Sabian symbol that's next. It says the foundation was set in the past, but the new approach is needed. So the foundation is there, but again, it didn't stop certain things from happening. So how could you go back into the drawing board and try to allow for this to play out in a way where it's very supportive for you and long term it works for you? Okay, let's see what else. It's Sabian symbol also has to do with the end of ego control for those awakening. So it's like, yeah, having all this, it's not, it's just interesting because Leo kind of got this message too. Okay, which is your sister sign. This could be where you rise to heights, where you have a new opportunity that holds great potential. Okay, but again, there's just a new approach that is needed for you all, and somehow your second house plays into this. But your fourth house does have to do with your private life, your home life, your legacy, your mother, your emotions. So let's see what this new moon in Taurus is creating for you all. Yeah, look. Excuse me. All about foundations, but this ego with the strength card right in the middle of it, right? This is either you allow yourself to be a part of a beautiful partnership, or you be all, I'm independent, I don't need no man, or I don't need no woman. Okay, so I think you should, let's see what the cards bring within the next 2 weeks to 6 months for Aquarius, please. What is this new moon bringing in? Now, especially if you are an Aquarius moon or rising, this could bring beautiful changes in the home. This could bring a new home if that's what is needed for you all. Wow. Queen of Cups. The Moon card. And the World card. This definitely has to do with fears being very loud. And I think it does stem from whatever insecurities that are within, like that are directing the subconscious mind, even if it's the ego that is trying to quote unquote protect you, and directing the subconscious mind. This is where there's some kind of big lesson that you need to learn here. Okay, this could also be guidance from your intuition. This is very intuitive energy, or a feminine energy in your life. So let's see. Nine of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Seven of Swords. There's a foundation. This is a great foundation to have with the Nine of Pentacles. Temperance, though, I do feel like there isn't a balance. Something's out of balance. Perhaps you're making some type of plan in your life, or something has transpired in this foundation, but there's this one sword that's on the ground. There's something that's missing, something that you're not seeing. So let's see, because these two to me would give me, hey, this is you're more focused on money. There's not enough love in your life. There's not enough fun in your life. There's not enough time spent with people who pour into you. Who pour into you, right? You're more solitary. And this could, with the Seven of Cups, this could be that spirit saying that's a lie you told to yourself, because money's not gonna keep you warm. So why is Nine of Pentacles here? What foundation is this? Why is Temperance here? And why is the Seven of Swords here? What is missing? What is missing? Ooh, okay, they gave you an extra one there. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So you have all these pentacles with a Nine of Pentacles, but here comes that missing one. The Ace of Pentacles. That's what you need to realize. There is a pentacle that is missing. Three of Wands with the Eight of Wands. A lot of fire energy in the middle here. Before you impulsively make some kind of decision here, there's a need for you to contemplate a bit. I do feel there's some kind of message that is coming in for you, or there's some kind of, even if it's not like a literal message, maybe a spiritual message, or just this inkling feeling, like I said here with your intuition, with these two cards, that is coming towards you within the next 6 months. So maybe before you make any major life change, allow yourself to be open to the guidance of that, because look, we have the Two of Wands, which is about making a decision but not being sure what decision to make. Seven of Swords with Justice and the Strength card. Now I don't know if I mentioned it, but Hephaestus just also represents receiving justice where you were wronged. Okay, so if this, for example, is in regards to a work situation, you could be receiving justice for where you were wronged in the past here, and there could be this Ace of Pentacles that is coming towards some of you. Some of you, if you were the one who may have wronged someone in the past with Seven of Swords and a Justice card with Strength here, it's like you have to do what is necessary here to heal the situation, or this is someone healing the situation for you, Aquarius, if they were the one who wronged you. Okay, am I saying that you have to give this person a second chance? No, I do not. But that may be the missing piece that you need in your healing journey, to just hear that, so that you could overcome whatever it is that you're facing. And I do feel here, let's see, what's this message with the Tree of Wands? Yeah, see, there's a confirmation, the healing. That's what Four of Swords is, healing. You're gonna be getting some, and I feel this second house, it more has to do with the self-worth than it has to do with the finances, okay? Because you have the finances done pat. That's no issue here. But there's something that's missing, and that what is missing is perhaps the value, or being surrounded by people who actually value you, okay? Maybe that may be a demon that you face, where you tend to overgive to others and you shortchange yourself here. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm talking to more than one of you. So I hope that this helps, Aquarius. There's good things that are coming towards you, but more than anything else, you have to be open to healing. All right? Okay, until next time, everyone, be blessed.